Welcome you all for today's class. Yesterday we have discussed about Newton's law of viscosity, and we have also defined what is viscosity and what are various applications of Newton's law of viscosity. One of the most important application of Newton's law of viscosity is how we classify different types of liquid on the basis of Newton's law of viscosity, whether these are Newtonian or non-Newtonian, what kind of non-Newtonian, how we define these fluids by general equations. This is the main topic of today's discussion. So let us start writing Newton's law of viscosity, and then we draw a graph, various graphs representing different types of liquid. That is the purpose of today's discussion. So that, and this is very important because from competitive examination, in various competitive examinations, particularly in GATE examination and recently held 2025 Indian Engineering Service prelim examination, I have seen one question from Newton's law. That question is very easy question, simply formula based. So most of the competitive examination, this is very important because there is a wide application of Newton's law of viscosity, because everywhere where there is a lubrication problem and there is some rotating part, and if there is some rotating part to reduce friction between two contacting surfaces, we provide lubrication, and this lubrication layer makes a very thin layer which protect wear of the material. So here we can apply Newton's law of viscosity. We can find out what are stress developed, or we can find out the unknown viscosity of the lubricant or material. So this is that is why it is a very important topic. So now starting, first we draw a graph, and then we define the different types of fluid, and we will also discuss various properties, for example, compressibility coefficient, compressibility factor, and specific weight, specific gravity, and all these things, if time allow, we will discuss today or in next class. So starting from here, first we draw a graph, and then we define different fluids. So this is a x-axis, and this one vertical line is a y-axis. So here x and y-axis also define certain fluids, and then we draw a graph by using different colors. Draw a graph which is A, then come to B, then come to by using different color. Next we use different color. This is a C, and this one is a D, and this one is a F. This is a F, and then come to G, A, B, C, D. This should be E. This should be E, F. Then come to another color, using another color, H, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. So these are different graphs. You can see graph A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. These graphs define various fluids. So here this quantity will be equal to yield stress. Here rate of deformation. Along x-axis we define the rate of deformation that we have discovered earlier. So rate of deformation that was du over dy. We can take dv or du same. U denote for change in velocity, du denote change in velocity, and dy denote change in vertical distance between two layers. So this is a rate of deformation along the x-axis, and stress along y-axis, that is equal to tau naught. Here we define stress along y-axis. All these fluids, first we define A and B. So take a slope here. For any A and B. This slope, what is denote this slope? Because the vertical is a tau, and this one is a du over dy. What is slope? You can see slope equal to tau upon du over dy equal to, this is equal to quantity mu equal to tau du over dy. So slope is nothing but slope of these two curves A and B are equal to mu. All slope are mu. But here slope remains constant, means the slope is independent of rate of deformation. Where rate of deformation is changing, so everywhere you can see in graph A and B, this slope is independent, remains constant throughout the variation of deformation versus stress. So this kind of fluid, where slope remains constant, means viscosity, coefficient of viscosity remains constant. This kind of fluid are known as a Newtonian fluid. So graph A and B shows Newtonian fluid. This graph shows Newtonian fluid. Here graph A and B shows Newtonian fluid. Graph A and B shows Newtonian fluid. Newtonian fluid. Because here coefficient of viscosity remains constant in both graphs, but why these are different? Though slope is a constant but these slope are different, means viscosity different, means they are different. For example, one is a kerosene oil and one is a water. When fluid will change and still following Newton's law of viscosity, means viscosity are different. Slope is different means viscosity is different. Now come to graph C. Graph C, because here you can see slope is continuously changing. In this graph you can see slope is continuously changing. Here you can see slope is continuously changing. This slope is continuously changing and decreasing. And here you can see in D slope is continuously changing and increasing. In C graph you can see slope is continuously decreasing. This one is known as graph C represent pseudoplastic means those fluids which behave like this when we churn these fluids. Suppose this is a particular example. We take a milk or our blood and milk behave like a pseudoplastic, because when we start churning of the blood, we apply searing stress in the blood or in milk, cream will be separated or plasma will be separated. So blood become thin. So viscosity will decrease. So this is a way that why this pseudoplastic is behaving. Graph C is for this pseudoplastic fluid. Best example is milk and blood. Milk and blood. Starting, you see blood is thick. But start churning by using stresses. You take some revolving device and you start churning process like a cream. Milk will there is a separation of cream from milk, and milk become very thin, dilute. So coefficient of viscosity of milk will decrease, and so coefficient of viscosity will decrease. And C for D. You can see here at different point. Here take different point. This is the point 1 point. This is another point. Continuously slope is increasing. You see slope is increasing at each point. Slope is increasing at each point. So means viscosity is increasing. So this is a fluid known as a dilatant. Graph D. It is for dilatant. These are dilatant. These fluids are known as these are non-Newton, because these are not following Newton's law of viscosity, tau equal to mu du over dy. This law is not followed by the dilatant. Mu is not constant. Coefficient of viscosity is not constant. So it is a dilatant, and you can imagine what kind of fluid you can see dilatant may be. So dilatant example of dilatant fluid is best example is sugar solution and starch of the rice starch and sugar solution is example of the dilatant. When you start churning this rice जो चावल का माड़ होता है, राइस स्टार्च एंड शुगर solution, it will become thicker and thicker. When you apply stresses to churn the fluid, then it will so increase of the viscosity. Mu will continuously increase. So these are two fluid DC and D which are not Newtonian. One is a pseudoplastic, C is a pseudoplastic, and D is a dilatant. Both can be represented by equation tau equal to K du over dy to power n. So this is an equation which represent non-Newtonian fluid. For n less than 1, for n less than 1, this is a pseudoplastic. For n greater than 1, this is a dilatant. When n is a power energy. This is also known as a power equation for non-Newtonian fluid. This equation known as a power equation for non-Newtonian fluid. When n is greater than 1, it is a dilatant. When n is less than 1, it is a pseudoplastic. And we have given example of pseudoplastic and dilatant. And other fluid you can see, this one is H1 is a ideal fluid. Ideal fluid means continuously it will flow without even very small. If stress is applied, continuous deformation will take place at very insignificant, even zero stress, it will continuously deform. So this is the ideal fluid which are only ideal in imagination, because no fluid is ideal. Some stresses will require to start deforming the fluid. Automatically these will not. Some stresses will require. So this one is ideal. H represent ideal fluid. H represent ideal fluid. Graph H represent ideal fluid. Because even at very small stress, very small force is applied, it will continue to deform and continuously it will deform. So rate of deformation is independent of stress. This one is ideal fluid. So almost no ideal fluid exists. And graph F. Howsoever stress is applied, there is a zero rate of deformation. So this is an ideal solid. Means for ideal solid, stress, even infinite stress you will apply, there is no any deformation, no strain will take place. So ideal solid is also impossible. So actual solid will be, this is a G. F represent ideal solid. Graph F represent ideal solid means howsoever, मतलब कितना भी बड़ा, howsoever big stress you will apply, there will be no strain. That is a ideal solid. And real solid, G represent real solid. Because some deformation will take, but they are not in Newtonian fluid, because they are not following the law of viscosity, Newton's law of viscosity. Means once you start deforming, once you apply stress, they will continuously flow and continuously deform. This case is not applied for these cases, F and G, and is also not applied for this one also, H. These are not Newtonian fluid. Another fluid is this one is a ideal plastic. Graph E represent ideal plastic. Means ideal plastic behave when you apply stress. Some yield stress is required to start the deformation. Suppose example, there is a toothpaste. When you apply pressure, some initial pressure required, some initial stress required to start flowing of the toothpaste from the tube. So this one is a yield stress required to start the flow of the fluid. This one is known as a real ideal plastic. This fluid is, and once it start flowing, then they will follow Newton's law of viscosity. This can be defined by equation tau. Only this ideal plastic can be defined by equation tau equal to tau naught plus mu du over dy. So this can be defined by this equation for ideal plastic, or you can say Bingham or ideal plastic. Means that deformation in these fluids will not start without taking initial stress. Once it will reach up to this stress, then you apply stress and they will continuously flow like a Newtonian fluid. That is the difference between Newtonian fluid and ideal plastic. Newtonian fluid start from the zero stress, and once you start increasing the stress, continuously deformation will take place. So this one is a Newtonian fluid and this one is a ideal fluid. Then how we define non-Newtonian fluid is equation, a power equation that we have described power equation, and any fluid we can define by general equation. For defining all fluid by general equation. So general equation for defining all fluid. General equation to define all fluids. That is a tau equal to A du over dy to power n plus b. If it is a general equation, tau means this is stress, A and B are constant, n is a power. For example, let us take example of the Newtonian fluid. Take example. न्यूटोनियन फ्लूइड, न्यूटोनियन फ्लूइड। फॉर न्यूटोनियन फ्लूइड क्या होगा, व्हाट विल हैपन फॉर n इक्वल टू 1, फॉर न्यूटोनियन फ्लूइड n इक्वल टू 1 and a equal to mu coefficient of viscosity and b equal to 0. You see that there is no any intercept. You know that this line can be expressed as y equal to mx plus c, y equal to mx plus c, and compare this equation y equal to mx plus c. This one is a m, this is a m, x and c. So c part here you can see 0. There is no any intercept along y axis, so c 0. So b equal to 0 and power is for Newton fluid here no power, so n equal to 1. Here power you can see x is 1 power, so power is 1. Here x there is only 1 power 1. So here n equal to 1 and m equal to a, that is a mu, a equal to mu. So this is a Newtonian fluid. And for non-Newtonian fluid you can see all these two, d and c. For non-Newtonian, for dilatant, how can define dilatant? n equal to greater than 1 and b equal to 0, that is a dilatant. A will be a is not equal to mu because it is continuously varying. So a is not equal to mu because it is not a constant. So a is a constant, but it is somewhat comparable to viscosity, but viscosity is continuously changing. You can see viscosity is continuously changing, that's why slope is changing. So a equal to, although it is a viscosity coefficient but not a constant in case of dilatant. And for the pseudoplastic, you can see what is condition for pseudoplastic. You see condition for pseudoplastic coming from this equation, n equal to less than 1 for pseudoplastic because the slope is continuously decreasing, so n will be less than 1. And again you can see b equal to 0 because it is also starting from the origin, so there is no any intercept, so b equal to 0. And a again it is a coefficient of viscosity but not constant. ये क्या होगा, with varying viscosity, varying viscosity. So by general equation, if you understand how we define all fluid by general equation, you can get any fluid by defining this general equation. And for the ideal plastic. Now next condition, ideal plastic. Here b equal to, you see that ideal plastic is cutting intercept tau naught. Here b equal to mu, that is b equal to tau. B equal to tau naught means yield stress, initial yield stress. Tau naught is initial yield stress, and a equal to mu, that is constant. Viscosity here is constant, and n equal to 1 for the ideal plastic. In this way you can define all fluids, whether Newtonian or non-Newtonian. So I think this is today. This is short lecture. I think we should not mix things. So this equation, this discussion is very important to consider how we apply Newton's law of viscosity to define all kinds of fluids, whether solid, ideal fluid, and Newtonian and non-Newtonian fluid. You can define by using general equation, and you can reduce general equation into simple Newton's law of viscosity. So you can use this equation and solve any kind of question. So in next class we will solve some question based on the Newton's law of viscosity, so that how we can find out change in velocity, how we can find out separation between two layers, how we can find out viscosity, how we can find out if stresses, all these things we will solve some quality questions in next day, so that your concept become crystal clear. There will be no doubt. And I think please go through this topic and share and discuss with your friends, and also like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching my this video. Have a nice day.